All right, here we go. This one is going to be a 357 SIG versus 357 Magnum test. So for our 357 SIG, we do have that Glock 31. That is a full-size, full-length, 4.5-inch barrel. And for our 357 Magnum, we have an old-school Ruger single 6. That is a 4-inch barrel. My mother-in-law actually let me borrow this one so we can get a few of these tests done. And for our ammo, we do have some more corbon. So for our 357 SIG, that one is 125 grain jacketed hollow point. That one is rated at 1,425 feet per second with 564 foot-pounds of energy. In our 357 Magnum is 140 grain jacketed hollow point. That one is rated at 1,300 feet per second with 525 foot-pounds energy. So we'll definitely see how that goes. We do have our gel block today. That is a 10% block. And our jug backstop, just in case we do get that pass through. And our 4 layers of cotton t-shirt on the front. So like always, we'll set the chronograph up in front. So hopefully we can pick up the impact velocity. We'll see how both these rounds do. Here we go. All right, here we go. That first one up will be the 357 Magnum. We are stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So our impact velocity on that was 1,246 feet per second. So not too bad for that big heavy round. And we do have our cotton t-shirt here on the ground. Let's see how it did. So from up top, it's looking pretty nasty so far. And it looks like we do have a leaker, so we definitely made it through the whole block. And here is the entry hole on that one. Nice big star pattern so far. So it's looking really good. So let's check it out from the side. All right, and from the side, looks like we got some awesome damage on that one. Really big stretch cavity on that. Like I said, we did make it all the way through, I believe. Well, it looks like over here we did make it into that second block or second jug. So got quite a bit of penetration on that. Kind of expected because it was a heavier round, but not too bad. So let's see if we can get that measurement. So from the very bottom to the very top, we are right at 2.5 inches. So quite a bit of damage on that one, but looking really good so far. So what we'll do now is we'll set it for that 357 SIG. We'll see how that compares. Here we go. All right, here we go. This one is going to be the 357 SIG. We are stepping back to 15 feet. All right, let's see how we did on that one. So our impact velocity on that was 1418. So a little bit slower than we normally get, but still not too bad. So let's check it out from the top first. They're looking pretty good. I got these ones side by side so we can really get that comparison. They almost look identical from up here, so looking really good. That 357 SIG was the one on the left, but not too bad. So let's see that entry hole. So there's an entry hole, nice big star pattern on that one also. Let's check it out from the side. And once again, we do have a leaker, so it does look like we at least made it through the block and into that first jug. Check that damage out. That is a huge stretch cavity on that one also. Going all the way through. There's actually a couple petals in there that it did shed. So let's see if we can get a measurement from top to bottom. So let's see. So from the very bottom to the very top, looks like we are identical to the last one, about 2.5 inches. So it's looking pretty good. From the top, it does look a little bit bigger than that, so we will get the measurements from the top too. But there we go. Looks like we got some really good damage on that thing. So now we're going to pull these rounds out and see what they look like. All right, so like always, we will show those cavities once again. They did kind of collide. Even though we did get some pretty wide shots, they kind of came together, so it might be kind of difficult to get that perfect measurement, but they're looking really good. So we'll do 357 Magnum first. Coming in, looks like as soon as it entered, started opening up. Did quite a bit of damage on that. Big stretch cavity. And same with 357 SIG. Came in, immediately opened up. Got a huge stretch cavity on that one. Looks like it carried all the way through. And there's a few petals on that one. So let's see if we can get that measurement. Like I said, they did kind of combine, so might be a little bit difficult, but we'll go from the first so we can see. And on the 357 Magnum, we're right at 3 1/8 inches. And let's try the 357 SIG. That one's might be a little bit harder, so let's go all the way over. And that one is just over 3 1/4 inches. So it looks like we got just a little bit more stretch on that 357 SIG, but we did have a little bit more energy coming through on that one. So let's check those rounds out. All right, check those things out. The one on the left is the SIG, the one on the right is the mag. So it looks like they both did really, really good. So we'll do in the order that we shot them. This was a 357 mag. That one was a little bit heavier at 140 grain. We got some picture perfect expansion on that one. Put those petals right back. Fold it over. We got that perfect mushroom on that one. But really good looking round. And that one went through 2 jugs, so quite a bit of penetration. And here is that 357 SIG. Same thing on this one. This one only made it to the first jug. It did exit the first jug, and we did find it on the ground, but still looking really good. So this one, those petals came back and folded right over that base. Still did get a really nice mushroom. And that one was moving just a little bit faster, but it was a lighter round. Well, not too bad for that. So like always, we will get our steel shots at the end. Hopefully get that permanent stretch on one of those steel shots for each one. But there we go. That was 357 Magnum versus 357 SIG. There we go. All right, so here's that cross section for that 357 mag. It did quite a bit of damage. There's huge splits on this one. Nice big star pattern. But you can see way down in there, it got quite a bit of damage. Looking really good so far. So we'll split this thing open. All right, and check that out. You can see where it came in. About 1/4 inch like always, started expanding. Drug in just a little bit of that cotton t-shirt, but created all kinds of damage in there. Nice deep cuts. Same on this top section. You can barely see right there where it opened up. And same thing, a little bit of that t-shirt. This one on this side has quite a bit of damage. You can really see down in there on this side. But pretty wide cavity. You can see it stretched out pretty good. But that was our first 357 mag test. And plenty more to come on that. But there we go. All right, and here is that 357 SIG cross section. Does look like we do have just a little bit more damage on this. We did have a little bit higher velocity on that, so it's definitely coming in with some force. And you can see that nice spiral star pattern in there. Got some really deep cuts. So we'll split this one open. And same thing on the inside. With this one, you can also tell where it came in. About 1/4 inch, started expanding. It just did all kinds of damage on this. You can see a little bit of that cotton t-shirt down in there. But this one has a pretty big stretch cavity on this. Nice deep cuts way down in there. Same thing on this top side. came in, parachuted open, and pretty big stretch cavity. Really messed that gel up. So that did just as good, if not better, than that 357 Magnum, and you can really see down in there. But there we go. That was 357 SIG.